So that's the last of the beautiful Keswick town videos. I'm now going to make my way over towards Scafell Pike for no other reason other than I can and also because it's England's biggest mountain and it's also one of my favourite mountains. It's absolutely beautiful there. I've got no set route to go, so I'm just going to make my way over there, zigzag my way there, do whatever I want to do to get there. It's only about 15 miles or so from here, so I might take detours and go around, but let's have a look, let's have an adventure and see what little towns we come up against on the way there. But then when I get you there, I'll show you the stunning range that is Scafell Pike mountain range. So yeah, thank you so much Keswick and the wonderful people of Keswick. I've had a great time and I look forward to seeing you again soon. It probably won't be that long before I'm back here. Well, there's a good start. I'm going the wrong way for a start, so let's go back round here and walk through Keswick town for one last time. So I'm just leaving Keswick and I already feel kind of emotional doing it. Look at this place, Keswick. Just absolutely beautiful. Full of the most spectacular greenery, teeming with life. It is a little bit wet here, but that's because it's so mountainous and they just shouted some kind of abuse at me. It's wonderful, just as I'm leaving this video. But it's teeming with life, and some people think it's a little bit wet here and stuff like that. Yes, it is, but without that wet weather, we would not have this beauty that is this. It would just be a dry, barren, mountainous land, which would probably still look absolutely gorgeous. However, I'm just going to spin you round. And that is what we get for having to have this little bit of wet weather. It's like a postcard. But when the sun's out, I don't think there's a better, this is just paradise. I'm not going to say what's better or what's not. I don't know, I've got no right to say that. But this place, Lake District, United Kingdom, is just so beautiful. It's incredible. It should be looking at that, not me. Sorry, I do that. Amazing. Wow, what an absolute specimen that is. Absolutely, I'm pointed at the ball, yeah. What an incredible thing. What a specimen. I mean, these things are beautiful. Hey, they are beautiful. But the ball. What a specimen though. I mean, when that thing was walking, the muscle definition in it. Damn. That looks painful. What an incredible unit. I mean, that's the governor. It just, oh, the things I see now, you know, the things I see, and I just, not all I do, but when I see things like that, and I'm like, I would never have seen any of this had I not done what I did. I just wouldn't have seen any of it. I wouldn't have experienced it. I wouldn't have known this side of me even. Let me spin you around a minute. Hiya, darling. Isn't that lovely? Just little streams and stuff like that. And I know I say the same thing in every video, guys, but it's because after a year of doing this, the novelty hasn't worn off. It just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. I have to pinch myself harder and harder and harder to think, is this actually now my life? And I know it is, and I said it in the last video, and I'm going to say it in the next one and the next one. Look, let me spin you around again. I mean, where am I? Like, how many people in the United Kingdom know this exists? Everywhere you go, just little waterfalls. And I guess some people could think, well, it's just a little waterfall, Tobe. Well, it is just a little waterfall, but it's natural, you know, it's doing its thing. That's what I love about it. And the longer the journey goes on, the more of myself I unravel. You know, I never knew I was going to become how I've become. I didn't know that. I didn't have no expectations. I just wanted a different life. I wanted one that was exciting and had adventure in it, and I wanted to Oh, look. I don't know if you can see that. Did you see that? It flew right in front of me, a geese. But I wanted a life of like adventure, excitement, unpredictability-ness. I don't know what that means. I didn't want a life that was so predictable. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, by the way, guys. That's never what I'm trying to say on these videos, that, oh, if you're living in that predictable way of life, that's wrong. No. My whole message is about trying to get across that there's a path for all of us. You know, there's a life set for all of us. It just doesn't seem like it. And God knows I was so stuck in that belief myself. I was so stuck in that to the point where sometimes I would be nearly in tears with frustration of like, there's got to be more than this, and I just couldn't see a way out. And maybe that's what made me crack and just go, there isn't a way out, Tobe, because you're not being true to you. You're still living the act that you're putting on to the world. What do you want to do? What do you love doing? And just do it. And that's what I did. I love mountains. I love walking. I love talking. I wanted to be a YouTuber. And so I just done it. And I didn't worry about whether I was any good at it or not, or whether I had the money to do it and that stuff. You're all right, mate. Don't worry about it. Thank you, brother. You know, I didn't question myself anymore. I stopped. I started realising that the questions that I was asking myself about, oh, but you must have a backup plan. You must have a safety plan. You must have X amount of pounds in the bank. You must have bolt holes to go to. A bolt hole in England, in the UK, and well, she's like somewhere to go to. Maybe you know that in other countries who watch this, but maybe you didn't. So that's what it means. Little safe places that you could go to. You know, little bolt holes that you could go to. And I thought, well, if I wait until I've got all of those things, I'm never going to get it done, because I hadn't achieved that in the 35 years previously of working. So obviously it doesn't work for me. It wasn't working for me, and it was the getting out and about and exploring myself, you know, exploring this and letting this fill me with wonderment. And through that wonderment, it seemed to push out who I wasn't and allow to be exposed who I am. How about that? That's what happens, guys. You know, none of my stuff is scripted. It's I hit record when I feel an emotion or passion and I want to share that. And a couple of people have said that they feel like I'm trying to preach and it looks inauthentic. I don't care. I don't care how it appears. I don't care how it looks. I would rather it look real to you, but if it doesn't, that's okay. There's loads of guys who watch and they know it's real. Being inauthentic would mean that I would still be on my knees, tiling big floors, changing shower trays, cleaning out sewage pipes. Nothing wrong with that, guys. If you do that, I love you guys. You work hard. You don't mean it in the way that sounds at all. But it was making me unhappy. And it wasn't so much the work that I was doing. I think it was more the monotony of what I was doing. There was no excitement there. But me carrying on doing that would be living inauthentically, and it would be living inauthentically because that's not what I want to do. If you're doing the things that you don't want to do, you're not being authentic. Damn. You know? And so if you take it as though I'm preaching, well good, maybe I should preach. Maybe we meet and we need more people to preach. Just preach their truths, preach what they think, preach what their beliefs are, preach what they've learned, preach their experiences of what they've learned about life. Everyone's got something to offer. Hiya, gents. Everyone's got something to offer. Everyone's had experience and everyone's got something that someone else would find useful. How that shows up, who knows? But we all do. So if it seems like I'm preaching, well, that's what it's going to be. Now, I think more of us need to preach then. Talk about what we love, share our passions, let the world know that it's okay to like what you like or love what you love. You don't just have to love and accept the things that the system is putting at us. That's what makes so many millions of us unhappy, is the constant living up to what we think the system expects us to be and what the system has told us we need to be. This person, we have to be this way, and we have to be married by this age and have kids by that age and hold down this job, be able to do that and get all these degrees and make sure we pass all our exams. No! Just breathe! What am I trying to say there? That sounds so deep and profound and like mysterious, and I don't want it to. What am I trying to say there? This is when I get frustrated with myself because I don't seem to have the vocabulary to say what it is that I want to express. But let go, surrender to what is, what you are. A human, a being, a thing, everything that we think we should be is just something that's been constructed by what other people have told us, by beliefs, generational beliefs, traditional beliefs. Watch my Dark Night of the Soul videos, I go deep into all that stuff. Let me spin you around, you looking at this. It's just so peaceful. And it's in that peace that a lot of the answers to our questions come up, and we can normally find that by realising there's no questions. We're only questioning ourselves because, well, that's conditioning. Are we living life correctly? Are we standing out? Are we you know, are we doing the right thing? Do I look good? Ooh, you know, have I got this thing? Does that impress everyone? We kind of, a lot of us are living like that, and that's what's tying us down, and we can't see that. I hope I'm doing this justice, explaining this. I do it I do it much better in person. Anyway, beautiful, real life. Lodore Falls Hotel and Spa. Looks beautiful. I sometimes wonder if I should be a bit cheeky, you know, go in there and say, if I do a piece on you on my YouTube channel, can I have a little, no, sort of. Maybe I will start doing that. A couple of people actually on this YouTube journey have reached out to me to see if I would mention them in my videos, but I didn't quite like what they were promoting, so I said no. One of them was actually offered me £1,000 to mention them in 5 of my videos, and I said no. Look at this. Oh, look. What a lovely place to get married, I guess. Not I guess, what a lovely place to get married. Opposite that, over the little bridge, very idyllic. Hotel. What if I could join the party? I just talk nonsense most of the time I walk around, guys. I talk nonsense to myself, not just on camera. Like, genuinely. It's just ridiculous. Look at what a lovely place. Lovely building as well. Yeah, beautiful. Right opposite that gorgeous mountain there, look. Stunning. How beautiful. So I'm in a place now called High Lodore Falls, and all that's for sale, what I just showed you there. And that'd be lovely, living opposite that. I mean, I like moving around, but I know lots of people like homes and stuff like that, which is lovely. I think if ever I was to settle down, if I was to ever stop, actually no, I was going to say if I ever stop, I think I might be in something like that if I could afford it, but I probably wouldn't be. I'd probably pitch myself up in a little caravan somewhere. I love caravans, we know that. I'd probably pitch myself up in a little caravan somewhere. Yeah. Maybe right in the middle of that field. Hello. I love these buildings that are made out of this slate. It's wonderful. Really clever. Look. What a setting for a hotel. You. That's what I love so much. These little things that just kind of appear from nowhere. The most beautiful, like, little pieces of scenery. They're like little hidden paradises. The most beautiful bridges. It's so peaceful. It's just so nice. Do you know what? When I do these little things and I see something and go, oh God, that's so nice, and then I get the phone out to record, like, after I've said what I've got to say, my mind then races thinking, say something different. And then each time I think, I can't think of anything different to say. So I'm not going to say anything different. I'm just going to say the same thing every time. But I love pointing those things out because it's how the mind works, isn't it? It just questions everything. Oh no, is this a good shot? Is this a good clip? Will they be entertained? Will they be interested? It's not always about that. It's just how you are. Like how I am, how it makes me feel. Just put that on camera and people like it. And people would like what you do. Whatever that thing is that you was to do, people would like it. There'd be some people out there that would like it. There'd be some that wouldn't. Ain't that wonderful? So you know an area is beautiful when even the buses are topless. Look, and this is the local. Ain't that fantastic? The open top bus, and it's just a normal bus. Shows you how beautiful it all is. Let me turn you around. This is arguably one of the cutest or sweetest little things I've walked upon. Isn't that beautiful? I will do another shot of that with the camera the other way around, but I forget to sometimes spin it around and take my face off. So I'm going to go in here, the flock in. It's a great day. Let's see if we can get something to eat. What a lovely, lovely, lovely place. I just walked like you was just seen on the thing, but I don't say like how far it is or anything like that. I think it was about 9 miles, 10 miles. it's taken me a few hours to get here, and I stroll along, as you see, and I kind of have my own little adventures that go on as I get here. And then you turn up and you see the beauty of this little, what would you call it? A little square, a little yard or something? I don't know. And what a lovely way to just kind of then end the day and get a nice cup of coffee. He was a great guy as well in the coffee shop there, little corner shop. He was just about to close though, so I missed all the food and all that stuff. But yeah, called the Flocking, really nice guy. And then I just kind of sit here, and I record these little clips and then share them with you guys. Just share how it makes me feel with you guys. There's no special secret to it, there's no, I was just saying to the guy in there, when you meet me, you realise there's nothing special about me. Or you could say there's lots special about me, like there's lots special about you. But all I am trying to say is I'm no different from anyone else. There's no ultra special talent there or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy. Just wanted to do things. This little piece. Where is it? Oh, it flew off. Okay, it flew off. Noisy little thing. Hi, mate. It's just so idyllic. It's like a postcard. It's like I'm standing in, like, what am I saying? Like a hologram. Like I can't seem to take it all in. It's so quiet. I hope this camera works alright. It is just me on my phone. And I zoom in and out, and normally what I would do on my other videos is I'd take what I think is the nicest looking shot out of all that and then put it there, and you know, and it looks nice. But where I'm out here and I want to kind of keep it live, then you can even see that my camera work, as I do the camera work, is real kind of thing, you know. Like, don't worry about it if you want to do a YouTube channel, don't worry if you're perfect or not. I think, to be honest, the world is actually crying out for imperfection. You know, we all feel like we've got 1,000 eyes on us all the time, like with social media or whatever. And I think we're crying out for people that just seem normal and imperfect. And that's how we get these shots. That's how we get these shots. This hill was so steep. So I've just gone up the steepest hill I wanted to record, but it was so steep. Let me try and show you that. So, a slight change of plan tonight. I had got all the way up to that hill that you just saw me struggling up. I was a little way off of the Honister Pass slate mine that's there. It looked quite close in the camera, but it was actually, probably would have been about another 20-minute walk. Anyway, someone had said to me there's big storms due in tonight and they wouldn't stay around that place. So I will always go with my gut instinct as well. I was beginning to get a bit, it's looking very windy, it's looking very stormy, even though the skies were blue, which was really weird. And so I listened to this guy who was a cyclist and a backpacker, and he's local as well. So I'll always listen to the locals, and I would advise anyone who's out there doing that stuff to, you know, listen to people who've got a bit more experience, especially if they've got more experience in that area. I said to him, what would you do? He said, well, I would go, if you can get on the bus, go back into Keswick and just find yourself somewhere there to stay. He meant more of go to a campsite and whatever else. However, I can't get on one now. So I'm back in Keswick. It is probably a lot safer to be here. I'm in the park at Keswick and I'm going to try and find somewhere here to sleep tonight. But I can feel it here. The winds, I think, are already up to about 29 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, which doesn't seem a hell of a lot, but it is a lot when you're kind of exposed to that, and you're just staying in a tent, and it's apparently going to get worse, and the heavens are going to open up and it's going to rain. It might not. However, that's what the weather's saying. So I'm going to try and pitch on my normal part where I go in the park. It's a little bit daylighty still, so you know, I found a little bit of shelter for the minute in this wooden hut thing. Yeah, so I don't know what this thing is. Maybe I could sleep in here. But yeah, these are the realities, guys. This is the reality of being a nomad, you know, of living this kind of way of life. That's where it's nice to actually be doing these vlogs, that you can get the nitty gritty of it. I'm really tired. That was a 12-mile hike that I did there, and right at the end was a really steep mountain that I went up. You know, and then to get the bus all the way back to where I started. And also, embarrassingly, I left a post on, you probably saw it, I left a short on YouTube saying, goodbye Keswick, and gushing over the beautiful mountains and can't wait to get to Scafell Pike and all over that side. And then turned around and come back. But this is all part of what the fun is, you know, it's all part of, for me, what the fun is. And again, you know, you can't predict what's going to happen in life, in terms of like real life, the weather and, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm back in Fitz Park, Keswick Park. Just going to sit here for a little while. I bought myself some food, so I'm going to cook that up in a while. And hopefully it's not too bad a night, but I'm very tired. I'm looking forward to getting in the tent. Hello. Looking forward to getting in the tent. Could really do with a sleep. Yeah, and that's that. Anyway, there you go. And so after a long day, which started, well, the previous day ended at 3 in the morning, because I was still doing comments and stuff like that on YouTube. And then the next morning after that, I was up at 7. I've been out all day today. Obviously hiked all the way to Honister Pass, Scafell Pike, all around that area, and then came all the way back to Keswick. And it's now just gone 12, just gone midnight, and I'm in bed, and I am so tired, guys. So I just wanted to say good night and thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning. So good morning. Well, it was quite a stormy night last night, although I had a very deep sleep. I was so tired yesterday. I woke up, I feel like my eyes are stuck together. But it seems nice and warm out there at the moment. The tent's just drying off. I don't like lying here for too long. I don't like lying here for too long, but I will lie until the tent's dry. It makes it so much easier and nicer to put away. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. In fact, let's do what I always do and spin you round. Oh, that looks bright. Oh, it looks like a lovely day. Yeah, it looks like a nice day. It's such a relief when that happens. It'll probably rain in a little while though. So I'm going to get up, pack this kit away. I'm back in that same spot again. It's turning into a bit of a lifesaver. I say lifesaver, a loose term, that guys. It's turning into a bit of a lifesaver, this spot. I feel very comfortable here, although I couldn't stay here too many nights on the trot, I think, because, well, people would start noticing and probably say something, but it's nice when you've had a few days away and then come back, a few days away and then come back. And yesterday, it was one of those sort of, I didn't want to be in Keswick yesterday. I wanted to be out. So, but it was nice thinking that, okay, I could go back to Keswick, and this is like a little bolt hole that, if you like, that I could come to. And to be fair, being a nice day like this, it's nice to be in Keswick. It's never a chore being in Keswick or anywhere in the Lake District. Anywhere I go here, I'm happy. So I can go and get a coffee and spend another few hours in Keswick, and then I'll move back off again. Guys, look at this. It's just the most stunning view. And the camera's going to do this no justice, but in fact, I don't know why I've got my face in it. Hang on, let me spin you around. My breath is taken away, literally. I have no words. You know, like, this is the United Kingdom. This is the United Kingdom. And so many people think this place is a dump. It's just mind-blowing. I don't know where to look. There's so much I want to look at. I don't know where to start. And then when I'm not on camera, I spend ages just looking at one particular mountain. Again, I don't know what these are called. Maybe I'll try and find out and maybe do a separate video or something for those of you that would be interested. I'm aware there's nothing wrong with people wanting to know what things are. You know, so I'll try. Oh my God, look at that. You see what I mean? It's like everywhere you look, even when I look at the phone, I've just been looking at that. I turn around, see it on the phone, and I think, oh my God. But yeah, it's wonderful. I'm not one for always needing to know what things are called. I quite like the idea of not knowing sometimes. But I'll see if I can find out and put it on there for you guys who do like that stuff. Hi guys, all right? YouTube, 10,000 subscribers here. You're all on there now. Well, no one sponsors me yet. You heard them. Someone needs to sponsor me. He knows. This guy knows. Thanks for that, guys. I'll send you some money later. See you later. It's what, yeah, wonderful. I love it. I love it so much. Just so much. Yeah, I'm going to go because I don't know what to do with myself. With the camera, I mean. Hello.